Hello everybody, the topic I am going to explain you is different concepts relevant to inflation, and after the completion of this video lecture you will be able to know about definition of inflation, definition of disinflation, deflation and reflation, as well as stagflation and the graphical representation of these concepts. As per this graph, we have time period on x-axis, we have rate of inflation on y-axis. Whenever there is decrease in rate of inflation, this is known as disinflation. In this situation, general price level is increasing but with decreasing rate. When general price level increases, this is known as inflation. And sometimes rate of inflation or general price level increases with increasing rate, sometimes it increases with decreasing rate, and sometimes it falls, and in some situations there might be rise in inflation as well as rate of unemployment. So whenever general price level increases with decreasing rate, in this situation when rate of inflation is decreasing, it does not mean that prices are falling, it means that prices are increasing with decreasing rate. For example, if initially general price level was increasing with 10%, at this period of time it would be still increasing but with 5%, and whenever general price level falls and it goes into negative region, this situation is known as deflation. So in case of deflation, general price level falls. In case of disinflation, general price level increases but with decreasing rate. Like it was increasing initially by 10%, now it is increasing but with 5%. In this situation, general price level is falling, so rate of inflation will be negative. Let's say it's 5% negative, minus 5%. For example, if price index was 100 in 2018 and it goes into 95, index goes to 95 in 2020, then it is called deflation. And afterwards, this is the area of reflation, and reflation means when general price level increases with increasing rate. Means initially, for example, it was increasing by 3%. At this level, inflation rate was 3%. Means general price level will be increasing by 3%. But in this situation, at this time period, general price level is increasing, let's say, with 15%. So whenever general price level increases with increasing rate, mean it is higher than the previous period, then it is called reflation. And another related information or term is stagflation, and stagflation is the situation when rate of inflation and rate of unemployment both rise. If there is rise in inflation and as well as the rise in unemployment rate, this is stagflation, and it is also known as cost push inflation, because in cost push inflation we can experience higher price level, rise in price level along with higher unemployment rate. For example, in case of cost push inflation, let's say this is aggregate demand and this is aggregate supply. Equilibrium is at point E where price level is P and real GDP is Y. Now if there is rise in cost of production, then aggregate supply curve will shift to the left and new aggregate supply curve is AS1, and as a result equilibrium will shift to E1 where price level will rise to P1 and it will cause inflation, and real GDP will fall to Y1 and it will lead to fall in economic growth. And whenever there is fall in aggregate supply and economic growth or real GDP or production level, then definitely producers will employ lesser number of workers and unemployment will rise.